if this video helps one person, reaches one person, stops one person from making a big mistake, then it will have been worth it. Don't move to Thailand, mate. Don't move to Thailand. Stop announcing that you're going to move to Thailand. Don't quit your job. Sell everything, leave everything behind on a whim, unless you've got a real plan. Not with that plan that you're thinking. I know what plan you're thinking. You're going online, making an announcement. It's not unique. You are not unique. I think everyone would love to come out here to Thailand, make 1-minute videos 3-4 times a day and just enjoy the rest of their time. Nice free life based on people's curiosity about you. It's not a unique concept anymore, guys, and what you are planning on doing, coming out here, sharing content, lives, giveaways, competitions. I don't know who is following these people, like including myself, by the way. This, what I'm doing right now, making a YouTube video, is not a unique concept. This is a hobby of mine that I've been doing in various forms for 5-6 years now, and look how many subscribers I've got. Unfortunately, it's a little bit embarrassing when you look at it in that way, but I did start with 0. It's not a full-time job for me. I do it because I enjoy doing it. It gives me some focus. It gives me something to focus on outside of what I actually do out here. My entire TikTok feed, especially now, is full of people sat in their cars back in the UK. 5 days till I leave this fucking shithole and start my new life in paradise, and I want to show you and take you along for the ride. You don't want to take people along for the ride. I think, honestly speaking, you want people to fund the ride. You might have a little bit of money behind you to start off with, but long term, you want people to fund the ride. And honestly, as I say, I don't know who follows these people. I don't know who is sat there swiping through TikTok. Another opportunity to see a white guy out in Thailand and follow his journey, to support his life, to watch him live the life that I want to. I'm not saying that from a cynical place. I just don't understand the audience of TikTok. I think what will realistically happen, from someone who's been out here for 15 years now nearly, is there'll be a honeymoon period. Everything will seem new, exciting, magical when you first arrive. I mean, this is where I live. This is my home. It's not the most beautiful day. Certainly a beautiful place to live, but you never get used to this. You never get used to the fact that you can go for a walk on this wooden promenade, especially in the evening time. Beautiful sunset on the horizon over there. The novelty will wear off. The reality of it will come into play at some stage. And if you've got a long-term realistic plan, cool. I'm certainly not discouraging people from leaving the UK, wanting more out of life, but I'm certainly discouraging people whose plan is to come out here and think that their content is going to be something different, something that's going to stand out, because unfortunately it all blends into one, including me. It all blends into that one knobhead from England who's coming out here. Even if you're the most respectful person in the world, even if you're half Thai and you grew up here, as soon as people see you online, they're gonna think, oh, another white guy from England, another knobhead from England, let's see how we can try and bring this one down. And that's just the economy of social media nowadays. The vast majority of people, for some reason, are jealous and angry. And I've experienced years of hate comments in various forms, and I've made videos about it in the past. It doesn't bother me anymore. I've said my piece on those topics to people who are disrespectful about women, disrespectful about the local people here. But what I'm trying to tell you, my friend, and what I'm trying to warn you of, my friend, is that if your plan is literally to come out here and to gain a fandom based on the fact that you live in Thailand, it's not a unique concept. Even if you get yourself a little girlfriend who you're gonna start pimping out, I don't mean literally pimping out, but I mean you're gonna start putting your girlfriend because she's pretty front and center. Guys who clearly don't have much about them, much to offer themselves, but you know what, I'm gonna stick my sexy girl in a bikini front and center. Yeah, they can get a few views from it, of course. I mean, like, you know, guys are dumb. The vast majority of guys are dumb. Some guys go online and it's like they've never seen a woman before in their life. Oh, she's wearing a bikini. Oh, you're living the dream life. Get women who wear bikinis in any country in the world, guys. It's not a rare concept. What you can't find necessarily is a good girl who loves you for who you are. And that's a big one. Once you find that, that's when you've really hit the jackpot. Once you've got a reason to be out here, a stable reason to be out here long term, if that's what you want, that's when you really hit the jackpot, when you're not just out here on your own trying to make shit appear out of nothing. You need a reason to be out here, a foundation to be out here. I've said a million times before, I didn't meet my wife here in Thailand. I wasn't traveling in Thailand and thought to myself, you know what? I'd like to stay here, so I better find myself a wife. I met my wife in a complete different country. We were both living our lives in a complete different country. We were both very happy in a complete different country. And I'll tell you realistically, even sat here now, living a comfortable life, making decent money, having a lot of freedom, a lot more freedom than I would have had if I was back in the UK, a lot more luxury than I would have had if I'd stayed back in the UK. Every single day I still question this choice right now. I still question whether I've made the right decision, whether I would have been better off going back home, whether I would have been better off where I originally was. So take that advice with a pinch of salt, my friends. Of course, grown men, mainly grown men, I don't see many grown women doing this. Grown men can make their own choices, and that's completely cool. I made a choice nearly 15 years ago to leave the UK, so I would never discourage anyone from making a great choice, but I had somewhat of a plan, and since then so much has changed. So much has changed in terms of me as a person, money, career, etc. It's certainly not been easy, but right now maybe I'm reaping the rewards. I don't think so. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really suited to Thailand personally. I feel like I'm suited to Thailand for a holiday, but day-to-day life I feel like I'm much more suited to other places that I've lived in the past, and that's something that fucking plays with my brain a little bit as well. So I'm not trying to go into some dark, depressing place with this video, guys. I'm just saying, don't just move out here and trust everything will be okay. I don't know what your job is back in the UK, but if you are genuinely going to quit your job, make sure you've got some good money behind you, that you've got a decent plan, that you've got a backup plan, because there's no guarantees. I don't see many people coming out here blowing up on TikTok. I've been monetized on this YouTube channel for a long time, and it's not made a grand deal of difference to my life. I'd love to just make videos like this full-time, permanently, but I have to be realistic about shit. And that's because I found myself in this situation where I was already being realistic about shit. So if you are thinking of coming out here, best of luck to you, but don't say 3 months down the line, if you're not an influencer, if you're not raking it in, if you're not getting all those offers from hotels, restaurants, brands, etc., that you weren't warned. Because bloody hell, I don't know who watches those people in the first place.